from just a kid that kind of started with essentially nothing. I mean, a lot of people will say that I had an easy upbringing, but end of the day, you go watch my first videos. I was in a 2-car garage rolling the fenders on my Civic in my parents' house. So the first few videos, I was still living with my parents, rolling fenders on that Civic for some wider front tires so I could go race people on the street. Mm-hmm. And then I moved into another house with a slightly bigger garage, but my budget was basically nothing. I had recently worked at Discount Tire. I saved up a ton of money, and then I was going to welding school while filming the YouTube videos. So my time was split in half. I was building everything on the tightest budget possible because now I'm paying rent with no job, and I'm going to school, and I'm living off my savings. And I was just able to grind and make the YouTube work when I always thought it was going to be just a secondary thing because I was focused on getting a welding degree, and I was going to try to get into maybe fabrication or like pipe welding because those made good money. And then if I continued to make YouTube videos out of just pure passion, that would just be a secondary thing. But luckily we were able to make it so we could make it the main focus, and this is all we do now.
That's the coolest thing about YouTube.
It is crazy.
And in every single niche too. That's why I love YouTube. Like, have you seen Ants Canada?
No, but I'm sure is it like an ant farm guy?
Yeah. That's
the biggest thing. If there's still time to get into stuff that people haven't done.
Yeah.
Because if you're talented, you could make the most boring thing interesting.
Yeah. And then you realize that it's really interesting. Like Ants Canada blew me away. Just the quality of his videos are insane. And he has these.
Isn't that the one with like
ants.
the Fire Ant Nation, and like he calls like the Fire Ant, like we have the Fire Ant Nation and this, and he feeds them.
And
like,
then sometimes there's like wars that break out, or ants get into different like cages.
Yeah, or they'll break out of the enclosure, and he's addressing it.
I believe he moved to Thailand so that he had the right like humidity and temperature.
That's a move
to
like
grow or not grow, but
just maintain the ants at the proper
type of rare ant. Like some of these ants are super rare, and there's like a ton of money to get enough to start a colony.
That's crazy.
And like the filming, the storytelling is like truly unbelievable. But I don't know, I refer to that channel a lot, that like anything is possible on YouTube, and that's what's so exciting. Like every time I get into a new game, or like right now I'm looking into 3D printing a lot and learning about 3D printing, and I'm realizing there's these massive, massive channels of people that have a really good full-time living from 3D printing, from ant colonies, from knitting. There's this lady that's in a small town in the middle of nowhere that got really into quilting, and she just did this channel about her son, I think, filmed her making quilts. And now she has this like huge business and like hired everyone in her town, and like it's raising the economy of this like small town that was on the decline.
It's insane.
From a YouTube channel.
And there's power. Like I like the guys that power wash driveways. They'll offer to do it for free just for content, or they'll mow lawns.
Yeah.
And they make it interesting. They explain how they're cleaning up the edges, and it's just like like the videos that are satisfying to watch. And yeah, there's just so many different ways you could, make good, interesting content out of what you might think no one's interested in. But if you're like, I think the biggest thing is if you're really passionate and it shows, then you'll build a following, even if people might not care about what you're doing. They just like to watch somebody kind of on their journey, and they kind of learn through you and with you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That's me. I mean, I'm never going to have an ant colony in my house.
Yeah, but you're just addicted to watching this dude feed his ants.
Yeah, absolutely. And like live streams is a whole nother thing that I'm still know so little about, but the whole concept really fascinates me. So I've been watching a few, like my first ever streams I've been watching, and it's like a Fortnite stream, or
like gaming.
Yeah, like mainly gaming is
Not
what
like,
I started
with. Like the IRL streams where they're just...
Yeah, I haven't watched any of those yet, but I don't understand them. Like I see clips of them.
Getting pretty big right now.
And I'm like, what's going on? Like there's like a lot of people reacting to like hip hop music and stuff that I see, and there's just like hordes of people watching, and like I can't grasp my head around what the people watching are getting out of it necessarily, but I think it's super cool, and I'm trying to learn more about it. But I don't know. Do you watch any streams or streamers?
Not really, but I do know of some that have that have like the IRL streams, and it's crazy because, you know, they're just streaming for hours at a time and it's all in real time, and they'll be outside doing stuff. They'll have a backpack on, either with like, most of them will have like a Starlink set up, so they have like a constant Wi-Fi stream, and they're just out with a, you know, one of these nice Canon cameras all set up properly, and they're just going around town, or they're traveling to different countries and interacting with people, and it's all just live in real time.
So they're kind of just living their life.
Yeah, it's just they're living their life and they're just streaming it in real time.
I know that's how Twitch started. The guy is called Justin TV, I think. He was a computer programmer, and he just wrote what is now Twitch, and he streamed himself for multiple days, and it kind of went viral, and like so many people were watching him just live his life. Like he had a camera set up, like literally filming him sleeping and like all this stuff, and people were just watching him live his life. And that went viral enough to where other people wanted to start streams, and so he opened it up for like accounts and stuff, and that is what is now Twitch. He sold it to someone for a ton of money, and now it has like a sick YouTube channel.
From what I understand, Twitch is owned by Amazon now.
Is that who bought it?
Pretty sure.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the initial transaction, but that's what I've heard. Because I know there's like talks about like Twitch, and I'm not an expert in any of this. It's just what I see online, but people are saying like Twitch is kind of been dying in a way, and like all these other ones like Kick and stuff are kind of picking up, and a lot of big Twitch streamers are leaving to other platforms. But
yeah,
I'm not huge in the whole streaming world. I always thought it would be cool to set up a live stream in the shop. I've thought about it, if we could get a good internet connection and we could set up a good live stream rig, because we could work on the cars live, and that'd be another avenue. We can talk to the audience and stuff, but
answer questions.
Yeah, that it would be fun. I'd be worried to get too comfortable though, and just like, I think the fear is just that you're live and you do or say something stupid. You're like, man, I shouldn't have said that on camera, and you know, or you cuss or you say some racial slur that you not say in front of the camera or something. Not that people might do that, but you just never know who might show up or what might get said. And if one little clip, you know, with all the cancel culture stuff, you got everyone. I feel like everyone on social media for the most part like kind of walks on eggshells around, you know, what not to say, no cussing, no.
Yeah. And especially when you're wrenching, that would be hard.
Yeah.
Like,
especially if you're getting pissed at a car. If you can control it though in a way that you really have that solid foundation in your mind that like, you know, you're on camera, and if you get pissed, you at least kind of make comedy of it when you like throw wrenches or stuff, and you just don't let yourself go to say something stupid that would get clipped to get you canceled.
Well, I think what a lot of the big gamers do is they have like a 30-second lag, and then they have someone managing the stream where if they do say something silly, then they will like cut that part or mute that part. It's like if you watch a live race or a live fight, like, and someone yells something bad from the audience, like they'll have it muted by the time it hits you at your TV at home, you know?
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, that's another phase of setup, but what I would really like to do, we have Starlink at the garage finally, but it's still not quite enough for like the quality of stream that I'd be comfortable releasing on our YouTube channel. Like, we'll stream on Instagram every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm good with just a freaking GoPro. If it's working, I'll stream. You want that crisp 4K quality.
Exactly. That is what I would want, and like what I'd kind of have to do it. But I think what a really exciting day would be was first starts. Because like people watch us build something for like 6 months without ever seeing it start, you know, and those days, sometimes it's 2 days, sometimes it's 3 days, but we just stream the entire time until it starts. I think that'd be super sick.
That would be cool. I do think to myself, I'm always thinking, what could I do differently that stands out? And that was one that I really contemplated. I was like, man, what if we were like the first automotive channel to go big live streaming? Because there's no big automotive live streaming channels. I was like, it's always that leap of faith or like the unknown. But I mean, if you tried it, you could at least
fun place to be.
Yeah, but you could always continue to make videos as long as you're smart about it. So I feel like there's no big risk in trying.
Yeah. Even if you're making the video on the stream, I feel like it's kind of almost a different group of your fans that would like watch the stream religiously, and the ones that just want to see the recap of your regular video afterwards. Like, even though you'd be giving something away, like let's say it starts and you like blow something up instantly, then like the people streaming would know. But you get that video out in a couple days. We blew up the new drag car. Like, people are still going to watch it. That's what, at least my thought on it, because I've thought a lot about it too. But
yeah, I don't think it would really spoil anything. If they're that in tune to like watch you live, then they'll probably watch any piece of content you make after. And yeah, I don't know. It could be really cool, especially like if you just live streamed everything, they could see your takes on camera. Like they'd be seeing you filming things for the video.
True.
And it's like you can just kind of have that organic relationship with the audience, because if you're sitting there messing up your words, you're like, all right guys, stop, don't give me a hard time, I know I'm live right now, but I'm trying to get this clip for the video. And you're just like, you know, taking a whole bunch of takes and you can't say what you want to say. Like if you just kind of lean into it, like I think a lot of these people would just love to see the real side of people and what it takes to create that sort of content.
It'd be sick to do a challenge, get like a couple YouTubers out here camping in the yard, and then have people kind of going. It's like 24/7 until the build is done. Like pick out a build that you think is going to take about 2 weeks. Get a couple guys out here like us that'll work all night. Just stream until it's done. That would be sick.
Yeah, imagine like a week-long live stream where the camera stays live the whole time, the whole week. So even when you guys go to bed for the night, it's like the car's just still sitting there for hours while everyone's asleep, and people
or you have people out,
and then the chat will just be going.
Yeah,
like I've been staring at this car for 2 hours. When are they gonna wake up?
People are taking bets. Like I bet Kyle's first one in the garage.
Yeah, like dude, they would find ways to amuse themselves.
Yeah,
in the comments. Like
I
love thinking about all that kind of stuff.